everybody. So this is me getting divorced, but I couldn't stand it anymore. We bought some nail sticks yesterday at Tampa, and I just got one pack of 50, and Jamie's blown right through them with a whole lot more needed. I wanted to do an experiment with it to try something out, because it's like some of these things I think are meant to be applied over other things, and it's not obvious what it is. So I wanted to try a test stick and do it, but I mean, just swatching what she's already got, she's already blown through it. So I got more, and some new polishes. And so the divorce part is not like, I'm doing this without her. I'm doing it without her. And we kind of talked about this, about don't get any more stuff, but I'm supposed to be at Aldi's grocery shopping, and that's going to happen next. But I checked the GPS. I was able to just zip in, zip out. This place is super convenient, and you know what? I don't have a chemical headache. This is much easier to navigate than the other store. I mean, not to diss on the one in Tampa, but I mean, this is here and like right down the street. That could be really bad. These guys have stuff that the place in Tampa doesn't, so it's kind of negating the need to go to that Tampa store unless we happen to be there. But, live and learn. Anyway, I happen to enjoy keeping Jamie in polish. So my plan is she'll be pissed at me, but then I'm going to show her what I got, and then she'll forget she was ever pissed about anything ever in her whole life. That's the plan. We'll see. Or I'll be back later to talk about how I'm homeless and need a place to live. We'll see. Just while I'm at a stoplight, I forgot to say, speaking of stuff that they've got that apparently the store in Tampa didn't have, or else I just didn't see it, but the other store was pretty overwhelming. Yeah, they have Swarovski crystals, not just rhinestones, whatever to put on, but they actually have Swarovski. So I couldn't not get her a bag of that. She's gonna freak the hell out. Because then, even like, as I'm not the one putting the nail stuff on, but just by osmosis, I'm already seizing up like they're too good to use, which is so stupid because they're meant to be used, but it's like, oh my god. So I don't know, I show up to practice with the cheap crud, and then for like special occasions, like gala night on the cruise or something, then whip out the Swarovskis and stun and amaze, or bore and annoy because I'm like, oh, that's our beach wear or whatever. I don't know. It's a hoity crowd. Alright, Aldi's has been achieved. I've already dropped the groceries off at the apartment. Jamie wants pizza because, of course we do. That's the deal. You get groceries and then get a pizza. But that's fine because we're about to have the hella unveiling of the stuff from ABC Nail Supply that, like I said, she's going to be pissed that I went there, but sorry / not sorry. So we'll get her reaction soon to, pretty much everything. Except the pizza. The pizza is a known quantity. Hello, all you happy people.
Come over closer. You don't have to lean so far. You're allowed in the shot.
So before we get into today's video, a couple of points of order. One, we're at home, or anywhere that isn't Disney, far more often than we're actually at Disney. So I have a feeling this channel is going to get like a lot of play. As far as we post occasionally, because we go to Disney like on average once a week. Recently we didn't go at all, but there's other times we go a few days, like for a weekend or whatever, so
it averages out.
It averages up.
It's a little over once a week.
But we're usually at home or anywhere else far more often. So I think that there's more material possibilities than just here's what's at Disney again and again. I mean, not that we hate Disney, that's nothing at all like that at all. It's just,
no one suggested that.
I'm just dispelling any thoughts up front. The other thing is, we went to LA Nail Supply in Tampa on Saturday and bought 50 swatch sticks, and here are 50 swatch sticks.
46. There's actually 4.
4 still.
That I was that I was messing around with trying out foils.
Yeah, 4 practice.
I'm not good at the foil thing at all.
And I think there's still stuff in the tower that isn't swatch.
Older ones.
So, as you guys know, because I've already been pre-filming,
Isn't that pretty? And they labeled them all with the names of each polish. Now I want a label maker.
well, I didn't get that, but I do have another episode of Surprise Jamie with stuff.
Oh my god.
So I kind of went to ABC Supply.
You went to the nail supply place without me. You said you weren't going.
I know. So fun fact, it's in Little Vietnam. Like, I'm not being derogatory, I mean, it's like a Vietnamese neighborhood in Orlando. And turns out there's a little cluster of nail supplies all in a row. So I just picked this one that's kind of like a little hole in the wall, but I think that's actually kind of a good thing. It was very well ventilated. So unlike LA Supply where I walked out with a chemical headache, this place, it's like you could feel the air movement through the place. It's a corner unit, and they had the door open, so it's like air was flowing through nice.
I apologize for the hum in the background. I am doing laundry. And
Yeah,
it's
I went
about to
to
get
Old Ladies
really
and stuff.
loud. We're on the spin cycle.
Well, before the spin cycle drowns us out.
Oh my
I
god.
made good, and I got more sticks. That was the whole point of going.
Thank you.
Fortunately, they delivered by, having them.
Oh my god.
I wanted guarantees that I could do the thing I want to test out on the stick there, because I have a feeling that
What
the
do you
other
want to do on
199 are going to be swatches.
What do you want to do on the stick?
Test something out on the polish.
I thought you weren't going to polish things.
Well, now I am, so
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. But anyway, now unlike LA, they don't really box up the polishes like they did at LA. They packed it like you were going on a road trip. It's like they knew. All right, so polish number 1.
Nana Coco.
Actually, get a close-up mode.
It's called My Love. Green. I need the light. Blind. Whoa, that is green. Remember to shake them before I look at them. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I have something vaguely similar for my greens. Nope, not similar at all. Totally different colors. Never
I
mind.
tried to be as different as I could
Never mind.
for impulse buying. Literally, I was going in there to get those sticks, and then I grabbed polishes because why wouldn't I?
Of course.
All right, so then
Oh my.
polish number 2.
Nana Coco. Lavish pink.
So fun fact, these were on sale for $1.50 a bottle.
Wow.
So
Wow.
couldn't not. And I figure for her tower, I'm trying to get different brands going on.
Yep.
Fun fact, to have it so they'd be like, for when you go. They
Yeah.
have a whole bunch of Hello Kitties. Yeah. They don't have those gift sets. So at least there's differences between the stores. I thought maybe it's just all the same stock between different stores.
Okay.
But they even had it marked like, we have the new Hello Kitty section or whatever. Like, wow. They said they had Disney polishes, but I couldn't find any of them. They weren't near where they said they were. And I didn't really feel like asking anybody. I just figured, get in, get out. It was supposed to be at all these.
Thought you were gone a little long.
Polish number 3.
Sorry. I'm trying to get this out of the sight of the camera. But it's still use.
So the thing I forgot to mention, these Nanococos are just creme polish. What she's shaking right now is gel.
Oh, this is no gel effect.
Oh, all right.
If it was gel, the bottle would not be clear.
Okay.
But
All
gel.
right, so the cremes were actually on sale for $1 a bottle. The gel effect were $50. Correction.
Ooh, that's a pretty blue. It's kind of a. You can't see that at all. I don't know why I even tried to do that. It's kind of a very pale. This isn't helping. I have to stop doing that. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to explain. I was explaining this to Ethan because he doesn't know, and actually, I think I just learned this too. An actual gel nail polish cannot be exposed to the light, so they're going to come in a dark bottle or a solid bottle. What Ethan bought says gel effects, so it's not a gel nail polish, but it is going to give the appearance of a gel nail polish. So you see what's on my fingers? This is actual gel nail polish. You see it's kind of shell-like. It's also gorgeous. It's kind of shell-like on the nails. So here are two of the gel effects. And again, they've got kind of like that shell look to them. Mm-hmm. Like almost as if you could just like knock it off the nail. And then these were the two regular nail polishes. Yeah. So that's basically the difference. The gel ones are going to be shinier. This is 2 coats of all of these and no top coats yet.
But
and
yeah,
it's all the same brand.
It's not really going to look like much like on the video, but the gel effect one, it's like just sitting here, it's like, wow, you can just see this shine coming off of it, whereas this is much more dull.
Yeah, and there's
an appreciable difference.
Here's another
for
gel.
50 cents between the two of them.
This is another gel nail.
Mm.
This one's called. Did I tell you what this one was called?
I don't think so.
The Way We Were.
I read most of the bottles, but I guess that line is.
This might. I don't know if this is a song or not. This guy's in love with you. I don't know if that's a song or not. If it is, I don't know it. That looks like
It's
a
kind
little
of a
bit
minty
brighter.
color,
Yeah, a little bit brighter than that other.
All right. Where we at here? So this is mood polish. And I'm assuming it's supposed to change color based on your mood. So I think it goes.
It's gonna be black when I let go of this. All right, so it's called Sunset Beach. It appears to be a purple orange.
I tried to find colors like to test it out that reasonably look like something Jamie would wear.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be
like under any other circumstances.
Purple to orange.
All right. We now move on to Kiara Sky. I base my buying decisions of these things sometimes just on if it jumps out at me as I walk past the display and then it does it again when I walk back later. It's like, okay, that's twice. Yeah.
Whoa.
Close up mode.
Yeah. You want to know why it's making me make this face? It's called Vegas Strip.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I think when this nail polish comes off, I think I'm going to do 10 of the glitter polishes, but I'm going to sponge them all on so they're real thick glitter.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that I want to ever take this one off.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one.
All right, one more representation of Kiara Sky. It's very similar yet different.
It looks hollow from here.
Could be. I think, yeah. Looks like it is.
I'm seeing it through the magnifying mirror.
Yeah, I saw little sparkles.
It's called Fanta Sea Green.
Yeah. They had me at Fanta C. Although I thought the Phantom was orange.
Yep, that's hollow, all right. Tiny little hollow glitters. Tiny little ones.
And finally, reaction cam time. Now, you said that if I want to surprise you, I can always do this.
Oh, you got me Swarovskis. Oh, they're Swarovski teardrop crystals. Oh, they're so pretty. Look at them. Look at them. All right, let's compare them to regular crystals.
Yeah, they evilly had the display right next to the register, like, oh yeah.
All right, so these are holographic. I'll go to the bigger ones. 'Cause I don't know who I'm talking to because only we can see through this light. I don't know who I was talking, but who was I talking to a second ago?
Down.
Anyway, see the difference?
Here's
Cheap.
10%. That's the cheap AB crystals, and then there's Swarovski in the foreground.
Yeah.
See if you can tell the difference.
Wow.
So when I was filming myself,
Look at them. Look at them just sitting there glittering.
So am I correct in assuming now you're seizing up like they're too good to use?
Well, yeah. Can't use them.
Yeah. So I thought, well, if anything, practice with the crud and then graduate to
Well,
this stuff.
because I've noticed that maybe I'm just not sealing stuff well enough, but as the day progresses, I'll look down and there's a missing caviar bead or there's a missing crystal. Because you bump your finger on things as the day goes on. So
Yep.
you lose things.
Yep.
Is that line from Friends? I used to have a 22-inch waist. You lose things.
So back to more swatching and figuring out where stuff goes.
I just got everything organized. I'm going to have to move the greens because there isn't enough room next to the blues anymore. Oh. This is taking on a life of its own.
Yep. Yeah, and there's more stuff coming from Amazon and elsewhere during the week, so look for more videos of that stuff. Eventually I'll have like videos of something else that involves like things I'm doing, but I don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, I asked
because clearly what I'm doing is keeping her in polish, so that's pretty well the news here.
Well, and I think it just bears to repeat how pretty that is. Everybody's expecting it to fall, especially you. It's pretty. It's sitting. It actually didn't. This is the one thing that didn't get put away. It's been sitting on the desk.
They also had cheap magnetic polish, but the colors were kind of weird and like sometimes cheap is cheap, and we already have the good magnetic stuff, so I didn't really feel the need to. I'm not just indiscriminately throwing money at things. I'm trying to be strategic, but it's hit and miss.
You did you order some stamping plates earlier today?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, so those will be coming at some point, but they come from Hawaii, so it's probably like the weekend. Yep, stamping plates and polish, so yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a good thing I like doing this.
Yeah. Thank God we live in a neighborhood that doesn't have porch pirates.
Don't give anybody any ideas.
Yeah, how about it? Alright, so that's the scoop. She's going to swatch now.
I've moved
I
on.
might do one too, we'll see.
I've moved on.
If I do, I'll show you guys. Here at Muppet Labs, we are testing out 3D nail polish. Did someone say 3D?
Hey, you smooshed everything over into my project.
Alright, well that's a hot mess.
Well, yeah. The white is going to look kind of puffy. All right, now you have to let that dry. This is the Lavish Pink. It's one coat.
Is it the Nana Cocoa?
Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't
right.
even gotten to the second coat yet. But this is that fantasy green one coat. It's basically see-through. But that's going to happen with glitter.
Alright, so while we're waiting for the white to dry, what I'm doing is, this is the do-over of the Kiara Sky. It's called That's Fat. And it's got chunky pink glitters in there. Now, at the store they did swatching where I really think they did at best 2 coats and no top coat. This is 2 coats with the Seccia Vitae, or however that's said, top coat. So I'm going to try and do this thing justice with white underlayment and then minimum 2 coats, possibly 3, and then a top coat. I want to see what that does then.
I'm going to use my hollow taco.
Wow, that would just be...
I mean, my glossy, yeah. Instead of the Ceviche, or are you going to use the same top coat?
Oh, we'll see. It'll surprise me. I don't know yet. There we go. Looking good so far. Back to my video game.
I've got 5 reds that I haven't swatched yet.
Alright, here's the Kiara Sky with 2 coats of top coat. So it's, as you saw, it's 2 base coats of white. I think it ended up being 4 coats of the pink. And then 2 coats of top coat.
Can we compare that to my 2 coats, no white underneath,
Yeah, let's
with
do
a
that.
single top coat, please?
Sure.
Where's the,
Sure.
you have this tilted so much I can't see.
Right. Here's just 2 coats.
You have to compare. You can't.
Okay, but
Okay, stop.
it's
Stop. You're
focusing
pushing,
on nothing. So.
I know, but you're pushing me out of the shot. There we go.
Yeah, sort of. All right, so this right here is the just 2 coats.
No idea if it makes any difference or not.
Oh, quite a bit.
All right then. I'll be the judge of that. I do want to show you. Ethan has been working on these. And in the time Ethan has been working on these, I've done these. But that's pretty good for your first time, sweetie.
Mine are artisanal.
Artisanal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay then. I think this one's my favorite. It's got hollow.
Fabulous!
Yeah.